Hello and welcome to the new season of the Valley Preview. I'm your host, Alistair Dwyer. Racing returns to the Valley on Saturday and we're excited to see what the new season will bring. It all begins with the Mayoral charity race day, and the great news is 50% of GA ticket sales will go towards the Moonee Valley City Council's charity program. Of course, we've got a fantastic 9-race card, plenty of kids' activities on course. We've got the Pony Club Association's Ride to Time final. Of course, we'll have Winx Watch, who's running in Sydney, and plenty of great dining options still available. Let's catch up with the Valley's track foreman, Tony Salisbury, to find out how the track's going to play.
Thanks, Alistair. We had a pentrometer Tuesday afternoon of 4.77, which just takes us into that soft 5 range. We've had half a mil of rain since. A little bit of wind about the place. I can't really see much happening over the next couple of days, although saying that, we're forecast about 15 mil of rain on Friday. Leading into that, we got a strong breeze sort of Thursday afternoon through Thursday night. I think with the 21 degrees forecast alongside that wind, we should probably maintain a soft 7. Very unlikely or slightly unlikely that we'll go to a heavy 8. We've got a great cover of grass out here. Good route base underneath. Should help with a bit of traffic during the day. On Saturday, I think there's a northerly forecast, so that'll help the back market sort of run on home, especially with the rail in the true. Better going's probably about 2 metres out to 6, and we'll see how we go. Should be a great day's racing.
Thanks for that flash. We had track gallops here on the course proper on Tuesday morning, and Ben caught up with some of the key trainers with runners on Saturday.
Verstappen was ultra impressive when winning at Pakenham recently. Shown you a bit at home?
Yeah, he had. No, he trialled very well. And his half-brother, Wellsprung, actually won this race last year. So there's a chance he might turn up on Saturday and try to go back-to-back for the mother.
What sort of type is he? Could you expect him to get over any further, or that's about his right trip on Saturday?
I'd say he's more of a 6-furlong horse. Like, he's by Stratum, and most of the progeny out of the mare have been very good around 1200. Tortine's actually his full sister, and she's a very good Moonee Valley 1200 metre horse.
What are the confidence levels heading into Saturday?
Oh, look, obviously we've still got to see the field, but he's a nice colt. He's done well since he won.
Always a good sign when they win on debut, Henry, and Tantap Beauty was a nice win.
Yeah, she won really well on debut. I didn't actually have her then. We've only subsequently taken her over, but she's come in great order and she's a really nice filly, and yeah, looking forward to Saturday, kick off things with her.
First look at Moonee Valley this morning. How'd she take to the course and work overall?
Yeah, it looked good. We just brought a mate out here as a bit of company for a more experienced horse, Stranger Stream, who she's a benchmark 64 sort of filly, but you get a good guide on them. They were both heavy shots, so they weren't out to break any records, but yeah, more just here for the exercise.
How's the expectation levels going into Saturday?
Good. She's definitely a nice filly. We sort of got a bit of a line through Leota the other day, who ran second in the Cosette. This filly's not far off her, so if she can just bring what she's been doing at home and in her first start, she should be competitive.
New to the Valley Preview this season, we've got our punters preview. Let's cross to Jesse and Ben, who are going to dissect Saturday's card. Over to you, boys.
Thanks, Al. Isn't it great to be back racing here Saturday at the Valley? But it's been a long time coming, it seems.
Don't know the alarm light getting set at 5 o'clock, but gee, it could be a money spinner that I did come out, because that Sweet Sherry, it worked really sharp now with Troy Corstons in race 4. It's going around. It's going to be pretty hard to beat.
Race 4 is pretty interesting. Zamzam, Cox Plate nominated. I haven't seen much of it, but the stable must think pretty highly of it.
Yeah, they're raising the bar pretty high, but it was a good win here at Moonee Valley last campaign.
Speaking of Spring Carnival, have you seen the Carlon Stakes field? He's an absolute cracker in race 8.
I'll tell you what, when you go down the form guide and you see Heatherly's there, you know that the spring is near. I'll start getting hay fever soon, I reckon. But Heatherly was super impressive in that Rubiton last campaign. If it brings that form, well, watch out.
Heatherly, 3 starts at the Valley for 2 wins. A lot of us have left with money from Heatherly's previous starts here.
Yeah, it had a good run last campaign in Group 1 company behind Flamberge as well. And speaking of Group 1 company, Keena Ray ran second at Chapanisme last prep. That's real good form for the car line.
Certainly is. And then we've got Bo Rada. Poor old John McArdle. Has he gotten over his 0.200 second loss yet in last year's 55-second challenge?
Don't reckon he's had an ounce of sleep since William Reid night. It's going to be pretty hard to beat. It's quick, like we said. But, geez, what about Wellsprung? Won the Mackenzie last year, knocked me out of the quaddie, 30-1. It's in the car line, so I'm going to have to circle it this time and make sure I've got it in the quaddie.
The Mackenzie Stakes, 5 of the 9 runners last start when it's a very interesting race.
Yeah, and I reckon that horse at Danny O'Brien's that worked here on Tuesday morning, Verstappen's probably the smartest of them. It was pretty good at Pakenham, and I got a little bit of money out of it on debut. I reckon it's about time we put our money where our mouth is, mate. No doubt you'll be tipping Catch a Fire again. You haven't stopped spruiking it since last February. Tipped it at odds on. You'd reckon it was 30-1.
Did you see anyone leave the course unhappy that day, Benny? Every punter left happy, but I'm going to leave it alone this week, and I'm going to go with Polot to say in race 8.
Hayes' horse.
Cox Plate nominated. expecting big things. I think it's just too good for this field, and if it wants to run in the Cox Plate, it needs to start winning these races. Did run second last week at Flemington, and I'm like it a lot. Speaking of Office Banner, you haven't mentioned the Williams crew for a few months. Has something happened with the relationship here?
No, well, this is where I come in and I say, I reckon you're going to be too far back on the corner of that horse of Hazes, and I reckon Caitlin Mayon's going to have Nevis right up on speed outside on Bacalo. I think you're going to be too far back. I'll be off and gone. I really like Nevis first up on Saturday. I think he can win.
All I can say is good luck, Benny, and enjoy Saturday.
Same to you, mate. Good punting.
Great job there, lads. Can't wait for Saturday and to kick off the new season at the Valley. For more information on this race day and for upcoming race meetings, please head to thevalley.com.au or simply call 1300 The Valley. I'll see you here on Saturday.